Oh, baby, how you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. All my life, you're a friend of mine.
It's Ceci and Adam.
Welcome to the Momlennial podcast. I am the mom, he's the millennial, and she, on the end, is Gen Z.
We've been friends now for 10 years. Oh, no, 11.
Really?
2026. 11 years.
Oh
1-1.
my gosh, I love that. So we've been friends 11 years. We used to work together. Actually, we still work together. It's very weird, even though we live in different states. And she is Gen Z, also known as my oldest
That's
daughter,
me.
Ellie.
Favorite oldest daughter.
So Adam, wie geht's dir heute?
What?
That's
Gesundheit.
German for how are you today?
Oh, so danke good, or whatever they say
Yeah.
in Germany there. I I gotta tell you guys this story. This doesn't have anything to do with generations, but just in life, you just meet people that you never expect,
Yeah.
especially in the most crazy situations. So I'm at the grocery store the other day, and there's this older lady, and she drops this packet of, I think it was scones or something. And, she's having a hard time bending over to get it. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. So I come over and I help her and I pick it up. She's like, oh, thank you so much. And she's like, it's so nice to be thanked and to be helped. And my husband's been gone for 24 years. And anyways, she goes into this whole spiel of how she grew up in Germany and was this German nutritionist over 50 years ago and talks about how she then moved to America with her husband, rest in peace, and how his stepdaughter was going to move in with her.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, whatever they say. And then on top of that, too, I got this whole backstory of her stepdaughter was going to move in.
Because Adam's so polite. He doesn't know
things.
how to skirt, skirt out of
there. And of course, this is exactly my point. I'm so nice. I stay for this half-hour story that all I was doing was I wanted to get some bread behind her and scoot on off.
She's lonely.
And I think she was. But I also was like, am I just a nice person? How did this happen? Because all I did was pick up scones. and
now we're best friends.
And now I've heard why scones aren't great and why she's only going to have one a day and freeze the rest and maybe give the rest to some of her neighbors. And I got the whole spiel of the stepdaughter and what was going on there. And I was like, I'm half introvert, half extrovert. But my half introvert side was like, there's no escape. This is it.
I'm in this for the long haul.
Nicest lady ever. It was great. I got to be honest, though, and it sounds like I'm totally gossiping. I kind of am on the podcast, but I get up to the checkout, right? And the lady had already left at this point. She was 84, by the way. And the cashier and the bagger are talking to each other, and they were like, did you catch that really mean German woman? What's calling out like half of the staff, I guess, up at the front, and I missed it. And here I'm just shooting the breeze about her life and being like,
nicht gut.
This is
nicht gut.
Not the good. So I was like, oh my goodness. So, classic me, instead of jumping and being like, oh, I think I knew, or oh, I just talked to her. I played dumb. I was at the checkout I was like, wow, that sounds crazy. Does she like scones?
Hey, speaking of another 84-year-old woman where you live in Tucson, what in the world is going on?
This is insane. And by the time this releases, who knows?
Hopefully
it could be a whole different set of details. Yes. So this is Savannah gone through from the Today Show. Her mother was kidnapped. And here's the crazy thing. That was in Tucson, Arizona, of course, where I live. I am 3 miles from her house. I live 3 miles from where this happened.
You are 3 miles from her house?
I am right down the doggone mountain / street.
You need to give us some boots on the ground journalism.
Yes,
like you are there.
This is my neighborhood. It's called
Catalina Foothills, right?
Yes, that's it. Exactly. Great. So this came on the news. Well, first off, I had no idea Samantha Guthrie was from Tucson.
Okay.
And then, of course, her mom, and so some family here in Tucson. So this news breaks several days ago, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's here in Tucson where I live. And then they say the area, the foothills, which is fine. And I was like, I'm literally 3 minutes like
Have you
from where
seen
she.
cop cars? Have you seen the FBI? Have you seen anything going on?
The only thing I've noticed lately, because we also have an Air Force base on the south side of Tucson, so you see like different
Mm.
jets and different
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
practices going on. I feel like there's been a lot more circling in the neighborhood and even a couple
Oh.
helicopters. And I'm thinking
Okay.
like, oh,
Oh.
okay. And there's
Okay.
some cop cars that zip by earlier. I feel like I've heard a lot more sirens lately. In
Okay.
fact, I had my sliders open the night this happened, and I heard the sirens go off of the cop cars. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if that was what it was for? That's crazy. I
Whoa.
know.
That's
I know.
insane.
So, and by
Whoa.
the way, for the record, this is not the flex, but the foothills, it's a very nice area in
Yeah.
Greater Tucson. Very nice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like literally like cats get stuck in trees, and that's our
Yeah.
emergencies here.
Yeah.
Or cactuses or
Yeah.
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah. It is not
So
a dangerous area.
no, not at all. It's very
Huh.
affluent, especially the neighborhood she lived in or lives in,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh my goodness." So the latest, at least at this point, by the time this releases, there'll be more information. But yes, it sounds like she was kidnapped from her home. And the neighborhoods here, a
Crazy.
lot of the very nice homes are tucked back, so there's a lot of brush covering the
Yeah.
front, and so it is dark. And
Yeah.
I'm just like thinking in my mind what the situation must have been like. First off, how terrifyingly scary, and also, what just a weird situation. Like
So
who
weird.
kidnaps an 84-year-old?
Yeah, it's wild. It's
Right.
wild to me.
Exactly.
It's
Yes.
terrible.
And who thinks of a TV anchor's mom
I know.
who lives a country apart? It's just so whatever comes out at this point when this
Yeah.
releases, we'll know more. But yes, so that blew me away when we saw it in the news. I'm like, that's my stinking area.
What I
Crazy.
heard today,
Crazy.
so this is now 3 days after, or 2.5 days later. They think she
Yeah.
might still be alive, but she's got this medication she needs every day, which she hasn't
Yes.
had for 2 days. So,
Mhm.
I think her heart, right? Some kind of heart
yeah.
medication, something for her
Yeah.
cardiovascular system.
Something about her pacemaker stopped connecting with her Apple Watch or something,
Oh,
the battery. I don't, it's terrible.
it's crazy. I mean, it's
Ugh.
really crazy. And you just think of like Savannah and what that family's going. I mean, I can't even process.
The
Oh my
what
word.
ifs, the unknowns. Yeah, it's
Oh
super
yeah.
scary.
Right. And then like,
And like
right. No,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and how fast
Where is she?
how fast do you get on a plane? Is there anything you can actually do by being there? Like who do you have
Right.
to talk to? What people do you have
Yeah.
to call? Like I can't imagine.
Right.
Not good.
Exactly. So I don't know what in the world is happening, but
Do we wanna
that's wild.
lighten it up a little bit since we don't
That
have
would be
any
good. That would be good.
constructive way
See,
to
I
help
need
the
I need German lady
situation?
to talk to again. And just talk
Yeah.
about life, her past. We'll split a scone.
Well, we
It'd be
have
great.
a little birthday shout out today. It is the
Oh.
accountant's birthday.
Oh,
Woohoo.
happy birthday, PD.
5-1.
Slash accountant.
So, yeah, it's his
5-1.
birthday today. I feel so bad for him because I'm leaving on a work trip tomorrow. So I had tons of work meetings I had to do today. He had lunch by himself at Panera on his birthday.
Oh,
Did you at
D-Rob.
least get a free cookie?
And then tonight I go, I got more bad news. I was like, dinner's on the counter, but I gotta go and record the podcast. So he's having
See?
dinner alone too.
He should have been on the podcast.
I know.
We could have
We're
thrown him a party.
Oh, we should have. We are at the point in our life where like kids are so busy that
Yeah.
the only time we have to celebrate him, which by the way, Ellie, you're invited to this, is at like 8:45 p.m. We're having strawberry pie after Bible study, after Piper gets done with work, after basketball practice. We're all meeting at 8:45
Oh
for pie.
god.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
love.
perfect.
Is it an
Call
event in your
me in.
phone?
What's that?
Is it an event in your phone? Meet for pie, 8:45.
So yesterday at dinner, so dinner would have been 6 o'clock p.m. Little Rizz, my 14-year-old son,
Oh,
he
Riz.
texts me during dinner, which he's not supposed to have his phone at dinner, texts me under the table, and then he's as my grandpa used to say, subtle as a freight train. And he goes, Mom,
Mhm.
Mom, Mom, I just texted you. I just texted you what I want to get dad for his birthday, which is today. Which is today.
That's awesome. Well, better late than never.
So I
If
had
it's
to
any I would say if it's any consolation, I was on the phone with my sister on Monday and said, "Did you get anything for like what should we get dad
It's
for?" I knew
literally
what I was going to get dad, but I was just making sure she had a plan. And
uh-huh.
she was like, "Oh yeah." And I was like,
Mhm.
birthday's Wednesday. And she was like,
And you guys
So
still are
what are we
late.
doing?
You
So
guys were
No, we
silly.
ideated a plan and there's a gift coming tonight. And here's the thing, okay? I love my dad so much. Dad, if you're listening, happy birthday. I love you, even though I called you right before this.
he doesn't listen.
Um, no, he doesn't. But anyways, my dad, as he gets older too, this is something actually both my parents have. This is not just a Dave thing. This is my mother as well. So I'll call her out to her face. They are picky when it comes to gifts, period. However, we are an openly returning household. You can get a gift, it comes with a receipt. There is no pressure to keep it. You can go return it, exchange it, do as your heart desires. Okay. Every
Love it.
Christmas, we get gifts under the tree, and on December 26th, we all have something different. Okay. There's no shame in that game in the Roberts household. Okay. So, to avoid this, because I live far away and because the one thing my dad requested for his birthday had to be purchased online, I literally called my mother. I said, Mom, there's 3 styles of this hat that dad wants. Do you know which one he wants? She goes, No, call your dad. I said, Okay. So I literally call him. I say, Dad, what style of hat that you sent us to the group chat do you want for your birthday? And he goes, I didn't even know there were other styles. And I was like, Well, there's more options to choose from, and we got to pick. So then we figured it all out, and the hat is on its way. But
I
that was my
also told you
little,
wrong information because you girls are getting him athletic shorts, which is usually a sure bet. And you said lined or unlined. And I said
yeah.
unlined. And then I was looking through his running shorts because I was folding them today. And I think he gets lined.
Oh, brother.
Is it
Oh,
like
brother.
the mesh
Yeah.
inside the clothing?
Is that like the attached? There's little like
Yeah.
underwear attached.
It's
Does
little
that mean
sweat
lined?
Yeah.
catchers.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Whoops.
means lined.
Yeah, he gets lined.
Oh, great.
Whoops. Sorry about that.
I
Okay.
like
Well, worst case scenario, he gets a Dick's gift card and can go
Exactly.
exchange
Oh, there you go.
and
Exactly.
Sporting
stuff.
goods one. I love it.
Okay. Are you ready for Riz's gift?
Oh, so
Oh
he got one on
boy.
the same day. He
What?
did.
Well, I had ordered it. I ordered it. It came in time. Kind of. He's he's gonna hate
Oh
this.
boy. Oh no. Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Oh, best dad ever. I love it. It's a little Yeti.
It's a
Yeah.
little mug.
Is he not a
Best
is he
dad
not
ever.
a best dad ever font kind of guy?
No.
You guys, here's the thing.
Best
Zane
accountant
is
ever?
so excited about this. He
Which
this
means
morning,
which means my dad will love it.
yes,
Which means
this
dad will be
this
obsessed.
morning, Zane was so excited about his creative gift, which just says "Best Dad Ever" mug, that he's like, "Can I tell you what it is? Can I tell you what it is?" And I'm like,
Sure.
save the
I
big
hope you kept the
surprise,
receipt.
buddy."
I mean, look, now did he design that himself or did he find it online?
Oh no. He actually, to
No.
be honest with you all, he texted me some random link, not even to Amazon. Just it was a random picture of like
Oh, good.
world's greatest dad or something like that from Zazzle.com, which wasn't going to be here in time. So I had to
It's a
go to
wedding
Amazon.
website. That's so
There's a lot.
funny.
I'm not sure why I'm paying for Amazon Prime at this point because nothing comes the next day anymore.
No.
Oh,
When you need
interesting.
it, it's not gonna come the next day, but when you order a pair of shoes for something 2 weeks away, it's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, they'll be there in 2 hours." It's like, "Well, that's not when I
completely.
needed it."
I know.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. So he wanted like just a regular ceramic mug. I got him the to go coffee mug. I don't know. I don't know.
So,
Best dad
Fair
ever.
enough.
wait, by the way, if you want to see a visual of that best dad ever mug or best gift ever mug, you can go to our YouTube channel, the Momlennial Podcast on YouTube. Check that out. Let me ask then. So, generationally, what is for a 51-year-old? What is the poppin' gift right now? What is the gift every early 50 something wants?
How about a little travel dob kit?
I don't even know what that is.
That's what I got him.
A travel dog.
Yeah.
Is that like a toiletry holder?
Yes,
Like you got a
it's
pouch
a
for your.
man toiletry pouch situation. I'm leaving it in the
Smart.
bag because he'll return it because it won't be his
Yep.
exact specifications. It'll have
best
to be
job
able to
ever.
like hang up and fit his, contact solution.
knows?
Whatever.
You know-
Whatever.
Yep.
It'll be wrong.
You,
It's all
you know
wrong.
what you should have done? You should have done this for his birthday and said, I'm not going to order anything for a month. And he would have lit up and been like,
So
oh.
true.
That would have been nice.
So true.
I also plan on gifting him TSA pre-check. So that's
That's a good
why
gift.
the
A
be
gift that
I
keeps
mean, they're all
on
good
giving.
gifts.
because
Let
we
me
were
preface.
traveling last week to Florida, and he got caught in an hour-long TSA line at the Miami airport. It was
No.
an
No.
hour, and I was right through because I have TSA PreCheck.
Oh, so you left
Best.
every PD for himself.
Every PD for himself, exactly.
Dang. Wow, brutal. I
Yep.
didn't realize you guys.
Bye!
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch a movie.
You want decaf or calf?
Traveling was an absolute nightmare.
Was it? Well, I don't know if I'm shocked.
You are kind of cursed. So, I mean, that
Oh,
does
I'm
kind of
cursed.
You
align.
could write a
Yeah.
book that would be
But
rather thick.
Well, first of
I'm
all,
sure.
it's been a really cold, like really cold, really snowy, really gray winter. Okay. It's been, and everybody's depressed and it's been really bad.
Yeah.
mhm.
So we kind of a couple weeks ago were like, we got to get out of Dodge. We decided just for 3 days we were going to go to Florida, as far south as we can get. So we booked a place in the Keys. The place was beautiful, palm trees. It's
Oh,
on the water.
yes.
Everybody in the reviews was like, we sat on the deck and we watched the sunset, and it's quiet. It's in a really, it's on Long Key, so it's super quiet.
Ooh, yes.
It's totally, my cup of tea. It was so cold. Oh, and there's kayaks that right there. It was so cold. There was no deck sitting, there was no kayaking. There was a total of 2 hours of sun the entire trip.
That's crazy for the Florida Keys.
Yes, they were
Oh
having
my
a
word.
record-breaking cold just in time to welcome me,
Were you like Were you like, "Yep, that's my fault, y'all. Sorry about that.
pretty much.
Oops."
And
Wow.
then so we decided to make our flight from Miami home earlier because we had made it later thinking we'll enjoy a half day of sunshine, but there was no sunshine to be had. So we're like, let's fly home earlier.
Let's blow the
Then
spots
there's a
here.
big storm that came up in Chicago. So we get on the plane on the earlier flight only to sit there for 2 hours, only to get told, "Get off the plane," because Chicago
Oh.
only has 1 runway open.
Oh, no.
So it was horrible, and then we got into Grand Rapids, or no, we got into Chicago at 10:30, but there was a delayed flight that was gonna take off at 11, and I'm like, "Well, somehow we'll still get home tonight. This is amazing," after, driving and traveling all day. That
Right.
11 PM flight, delay, 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 delay. Then get this, so we're sitting there, we're finally about ready to take off. They come over the announcements, and they're like, we're gonna have the jet bridge roll back up to the plane because we're trying to hunt down a extra stewardess for a flight that's trapped in Grand Rapids." And everybody started screaming on the plane, "We've been waiting for 4 hours."
Oh my god.
And sure enough, like 10 minutes later, they're like, "Actually, never mind. We're just gonna go to Grand Rapids."
Smart, because they wanna survive, so before a mob breaks out, that's crazy. Oh
Well,
my
it was
word.
awful, and then I was on TikTok the next day, and there was a lady with a baby, and she was a part of the flight that was trapped in Grand Rapids. They made a pit stop in Grand Rapids. They were on their way
Oh,
to Chicago, and she was like, "I just wanna apologize to everybody for my baby screaming because we were trapped in the airport for 8 hours."
gosh. Oh my word.
Brutal.
So,
Brutal.
quite a trip. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So how is cold in the Florida Keys? Like, what are we temperature-wise talking?
Well, it was 64,
Oh.
um, but no sun. So it was real
Oh,
Oh.
it was
and it's
cold and
damp.
rainy and damp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't wanna
Mm,
be on that. That's
And then,
gross.
okay,
no.
this is so the character of the accountant. There was a state park very close to where we were staying, and in the morning we'd gone on a nice long walk, and I spotted a bench that was overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. It was beautiful. It was so
Ooh.
beautiful. And
Oh.
I'm like, "Ooh, I'd love to come back and just like sit on this bench and enjoy the water." And so we get back, and Dave's looking at the map or the weather, and he goes, "Cece, we have 2 hours of sun. We have 2 hours." And I'm like, "Great, let me take a shower. We'll head back to set." He goes, "You don't have time. You don't have time. Get in the
Nope.
car. Get in the car."
Gotta
So
go.
so we drive there, and I'm like rushing on the path to get to this bench, and we get and there was other people. I'm like, "Oh no, they have the same idea." The sun comes out. We sit there for 2 hours, glorious, but people kept walking behind us on the path, and my husband is so compassionate toward other people's feelings that he felt bad Like they might want to sit on this bench. And I'm like, no,
Oh.
no, it's ours. We got here first.
We flew
Fair
through
and
3
square.
snowstorms.
Yeah. Sucks to be you. You don't
Yeah.
live in Michigan.
Oh my word. So you're doing bench wars now on top of all
Exactly.
the other
I didn't
travel
care.
woes.
And there's one lady with
You're
her
like, "Look."
dog. She's talking to her dog really passive aggressively, and she's like, "I'm so sorry, Skippy. We can't play where we normally play." And it's like, honey, this is not a public dog park. Move along.
Was she
My
84 in
word.
German?
Wait, have I ever shared my dog park dilemma on the podcast? I know I've told.
I've heard
Uh-oh.
Have
about it.
I?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Adam, did I tell you?
No, I don't think I've heard this one before. Oh boy. Is it that
Okay.
there's not enough grass? I feel like there's not enough grass at those places.
No. Okay, so I live like a 5-ish minute walk from a park. Okay.
Love it.
So I just have to walk like a block down. There's a little like pool slide situation, and then there's a
Ooh.
bigger, and then like a playground and like a big park. So it's a perfect little loop for me to do with keeping this is important for context. My 10-pound dog. Okay. It's just a little loop, takes us 10, 15 minutes. We walk, she goes to the bathroom, we're just enjoying the sunshine. It's great. Okay. And I used
Perfect.
to do this walk. Well, in the summer in Joplin, it gets pretty hot throughout the day, but it's kind of cool in the morning. So I would try to do the loop with her in the morning to get some of her energy out. Okay. It's not like an official dog park, but people are walking their dogs there all the time. Like there's whatever.
Yeah.
So I go pretty much like between probably July and October, I go pretty much every morning at like 8:30 in the morning. And then come back and start work. And I start noticing there's like always this other woman with her dog there. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, same idea. Well, great minds think alike. And again, I just do the same little loop every morning, do my little loop, come back. And one morning, and sometimes when I like would walk in the park, she would like make eyes with me and then like aggressively drag her dog back to the car. She has like I don't know, a boxer kind of like dog, like probably 60
Oh, I
pounds.
love
Okay.
boxers.
Right. But anytime she'd like make eyes with me and I would start the loop at the park, she'd like aggressively grab her dog and like drag it back to the car.
Oh.
And so one morning I'm walking and she's aggressively dragging her dog back to the car and goes, "You could really use some dog etiquette." I'm like, "What? Are you
Whoa.
talking to me?
Did she
Like,
get dog
what?
shamed?
What?"
Was she
Yeah,
German?
like
No, I'm
what?
just kidding.
Yeah. Does she like scones?
Like me and my 10-pound dog and its hot pink leash we're just on our morning stroll. Like I'm not out for blood.
No.
And then a couple weeks later, I'm like, that's like kind of weird, like thing to say to somebody. Maybe I
Yeah.
heard her wrong. I don't know. And keep in mind, she also always sits in the middle of the circle. So like you have to walk past her at some point if you're doing the circle that everyone does. And at one point, I'm doing my standard circle, and she goes, "I don't think you should come near him," like referring to her dog. I
Like you
said,
got
"Excuse me?"
beef?
And she was like, "You walk towards him every morning." And I'm like, I walk at the park with my dog? Like, yeah, of course.
Word.
So
What?
do you.
Yeah,
Word.
right. We got a pass to get the other side. You know what I mean?
I'm like, you're literally in everyone else's business. Like, if it's like like if the park is a clock, like she sits at 12 o'clock. You gotta pass 12 o'clock at some point, you know?
I always feel there's a park I like to take my dog to, which is not a dog park. It's a park. And I like to
Yeah,
take her off leash because I like to let her run around. But if there's kids
Right.
there, she's got to be on the leash. And every now and again,
totally.
people will surprise me and she'll run over, and it's totally on me. It's my fault because I've got her
Yeah,
off leash at the wrong park. But inside, I always hate it when other people show up. But you don't say it out loud because it's their right to be there
exactly.
too.
Right.
I'm like,
Well,
I'm just
true.
doing I'm here
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the same
No.
reason you are. Oh yeah. And then she looks at me and goes, "He's in training," like referring to the dog. I'm like,
And
okay, like
train
wouldn't
him
you
to
want
be around other
round other
dogs.
dog like, and there's also no like collar or bandana or vest that the dog's wearing, like indicating in training, like don't touch me. But like, yeah,
Now,
wouldn't
do
you
you
want it
feel
to like,
like you wanna say to her, "What is it here you want me to do? Just not come to the park?"
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what's the
My
What
play?
like non-confront you like, yeah, it's like, what do you want me to schedule a different time? Like, or maybe just take your dog to a
The
different park.
reservation.
Like you
Yeah,
drive here.
yeah. It's not your park.
You know what's funny is
No.
I don't think I've ever walked past a dog park or heard about a dog park where there wasn't some drama. Every single time,
Right.
there's always like
So
the
true.
clicks, or I always hear dogs
The
barking at each
clicks.
other, and they're not talking. They're kind of like Get away from me.
You're in
Or
my
there's always one lady who's like, come back, blah, 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 show,
Yeah.
show, every single
Yeah.
dog park. I was walking by on the regular bike path, and I'm like, are these places fun? Or
Yeah.
is this what's happening?
No, it's very stressful.
It sounds like not a walk in the park. It sounds like the quite opposite. So
Quite
maybe I'm
literally.
not a dog owner, but it sounds to me like there's a lot to go on at those parks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Ellie, I just think you keep showing up, you know.
Yeah.
you should bake that lady something. Bring her something. Be like, you know
Scones.
what? This is a piece of scones.
These are German
that
scones.
she dropped.
I happen to have some extra.
Correct. But
I
don't
just
forget to have
spit in
some
them
fun with
before I gave
scones.
them to you, but
Oh no, with a little dog biscuit in the middle. You should do a peace
Don't.
offering cookie plate.
Or you could put Tabasco sauce in the scones.
yes,
You guys,
that's what I'm talking
Wait a
about.
minute.
my
Wait a minute,
mother,
what's happening?
my mother did that to a first grader.
What?
There was a kid.
It's not
There
like a
was a-
dog.
There was a kid who kept stealing my lunch at school
Oh,
in
I'm
first
I'm
grade.
invested. Grabbing my popcorn right
This is
now.
so Jackie coded.
So then one day she put Tabasco sauce in the Reese's peanut butter cup. And from what I remember, in the middle of class, a little boy started choking. I don't know, not choking, but
Oh my
needed,
word!
I don't know.
Wait, what?
It's one of those stories
That's so
that I remember being true, but it doesn't really seem true. You know what I mean? It seems like a
Seems
did
like
that
you could get
really happen?
was
arrested
I
for that.
there? Did that happen?
well, it's just a little Tabasco sauce, and he was stealing my food, so
Which
it's
is
not like I
wrong.
set out to poison
valid.
someone.
You should have been.
Listen, this was the 80s, okay? We didn't.
Yeah, that's
This was the
that
80s.
checks.
Yeah,
We-
there was
Everybody-
no rules.
We were
Yeah.
vigilantes who took the law into our own hands.
Sure did. That's why you were always gone with your lights on.
2026, you're not putting anything on anything. But
No.
you know, 84, it's a crapshoot.
You'd get canceled for giving the allergy kid a gluten-free muffin instead of the dairy-free one. You know, like
Exactly. I would never.
yeah.
The allergy kid.
The allergy.
Ha! It's not gluten free.
Got him. I guess that is true in the 80s, though, isn't it? Because like that's what was a decade where that was like, what was it like?
Yeah.
Drugs and candy bags, like
It was like-
Halloween candy, and it was just crazy.
Yeah, it was like
or
razor
Tabasco sauce.
blades and Halloween candy, but then it.
Oh my word!
Cute.
Yeah. There was this whole movement where you had to bring your Halloween candy to get it x-rayed because maybe like one random razor blade got in a candy. I don't know. It's terrible.
That's wild, man. All right, so no cookie peace offering. I'm just make sure we're on the same page. not happening.
Adam's
huh?
like, give him a cookie. And I'm like,
Yeah,
put
yeah.
Tabasco on it.
Put Tabasco
Alright.
sauce in it.
That'll solve
Wow.
it.
Yeah, that'll no strange looks doing that.
Exactly.
Wow.
No.
Well, I hope
Well,
that works out, Ellie.
I have to go wrap
I
up
haven't seen her
the
since, so
best dad ever. dog.
What if they had misspelled the
Lovely.
cup
Yeah.
gift into
It's so
something else?
cheesy.
Best dab ever.
we kind of best dad ever. We kind of have this rule that I established. I was like, I don't need any more insulated drinking utensils. Okay, like I have enough.
Your
We have
kitchen
enough
can't handle it anymore.
mugs. I feel like that's the go-to gift
Yep.
when you really don't know what to get someone. You know.
Oh, it's totally true. That or mug.
here's a water bottle.
Now-
Now,
Sorry,
for
McMug.
my birthday, Zane wrote me the sweetest card ever, and I love it. And I saved it, and I have it hanging on my wall in my office. It was so sweet. So I asked him
Aw.
today. I said, "Hey, you want to write Dad a card?" And he goes, "I think the mug's good. It communicates how I feel."
3 words. What a guy thing to do.
Love him.
Fist bump.
Like,
Best
bro,
dad
bro,
ever.
I'm good.
If you want more of the Momlennial podcast, well, then subscribe. That way you'll get new episodes without having to do the work, and that's totally our jam.